Hey guys, it's Anna here from the Monday show of Fitness Confidential. As you well know, Fat, a documentary, is up on iTunes for pre-order, and we really need you guys to go pre-order it. Open up your iTunes app on any one of your devices, or go to itunes.com, search for Fat, a documentary, or just click on the show notes here and pre-order that documentary so we can go to number one in all of documentaries. We appreciate your support. Go pre-order Fat, a documentary.
Replay Guitar Exchange is your premier independent guitar store. Being independent is good. With all of the major brands, including new, vintage, and pre-owned, you can find the guitar, bass, amp, or accessory you are dreaming of. From vintage to the newest models, Replay Guitar Exchange can help you find that perfect piece. They have industry veteran expert staff, all players like you down to the owner. You aren't just getting a great guitar, you're getting the Replay difference. Find them online at replayguitar.com and find your dream guitar today.
Hey ladies, Sass Pants Designs will take that rock shirt that everyone has and make it your own in a flattering, sassy, and simple way. There are one-of-a-kind tank tops, lace-up tees, and tube top dresses already in stock. Check out the online store at sasspantsdesigns.com and like Sass Pants Designs on Facebook for special offers and custom orders. That's sasspantsdesigns.com, sasspantsdesigns.com. Sass Pants will make you the envy of the party.
RockstarLeatherworks.com is your home for badass rock and roll gear. Featuring 100% handmade leather bands, watches, cuffs, bracelets, and more, Rockstar Leatherworks has something for everybody. Whether you are going to the show or you are in it, you can find something to fit your needs. Choose from a variety of designs or create your own masterpiece. Their bands and watches are second to none. They also ship internationally. Who needs a stage to be a rock star? Check out RockstarLeatherworks.com.
Would I listen to Izzy Presley? Ooh, not if he was the last disc jockey on earth, honey.
The unscripted, uncensored, loose cannon of commentary.
Why did you say that? Why? Why? You come out with stink like that? Poop. Your poop mouth. Poop out of your mouth.
See, son? Old legends never die. They just lose weight.
Like a legend and an out-of-work bum look a lot alike, Daddy.
I've got a midget friend, an albino friend, and another friend who thinks Lord of the Rings is real. Together we call ourselves the Unfuckables.
Quinton is in. Let the fun begin.
You guys are an asshole, man.
Hello, Hollywood. Hello, world. Hello, my loyal minions. It is good to see you, and it's always good to be seeing Izzy Presley on a Thursday night here in beautiful downtown Burbank. It's good to be here. And I got a great show lined up. Going to get into this Metallica and Live Nation gimmick. Do that in the second half of the show. I got some thoughts. And I don't know if everybody's going to like my thoughts on this. But I think it's stuff that needs to be said. We'll get into that. Because, like I said, I have thoughts. And I have a microphone. And I'm going to use this microphone to expel those thoughts upon you. So we got all that. We got an Aerosmith story out of the birth state of Minnesota. Anything to not say the name of the state, because that brings out my horrible accent. That's why when people ask me where I'm from, I usually say Minneapolis. Because if I say St. Cloud, then I got to say the name of the state. And then I sound like an idiot saying, because I said Minnesota instead of Minnesota. You know, the hard O's. They give it away, and I don't like it. Oh my God, gonna talk some radio, some hard truths about radio. I was listening to Trunk yesterday, and somebody had a question about a radio question, and he answered it the best that he could, you know. But you know, I get it. He's on the company line, and I don't blame him. He has a job. I do not, and well, I will splurge. Oh, God, what else, folks? Make sure you hit up the social media at Real Izzy Presley all the way across the board, Twitter, Instagram, and the Facebook. Of course, the Facebook page is Another Effin' Podcast. This is the Izzy Presley Show via Another Effin' Podcast. Working on the guest for Tuesday. I got an email back yesterday from somebody, and they said, today? I'm like, no. We can do it today if you want to. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to that. Anything you want, sir. But no, Tuesday. And we'll hopefully get a reply back on that. If not, I have another idea because Chris Wise was supposed to be this Tuesday, and Chris is moving, so Chris couldn't do it, so we pushed it to a week from Monday. So Chris Wise from the Hollywood Vampires and formerly of Ace Frehley, formerly of The Cult, he will be on a week from Monday. And of course, if you missed it, go back and listen to the Vinnie Tortorich interview and go pre-order Fat, a documentary. I actually got my first Vinnie troll. I was rather happy about that. I like it when I get trolls. It's fun. It's fun to talk about. And this guy's not a Vinnie fan. You know, I didn't really say much back to him. And he's like, "Oh, this guy is killing people. He's a. Should we read it? Let's read the trolls' comments. This was on the at Real Izzy Presley page, and let's see. And I said this stuff to Vinny, and he laughed. He's like, "Yeah, this guy's been trolling me for years," and he's apparently mad. He doesn't like Vinny. And let's see. Barclay Lossy, and I'm assuming this guy is a vegan, probably hates Vinny, says, "Vinny is a con man, internet vitamin salesman with no original thoughts or knowledge on diet or nutrition. Also, his views are outdated and have been proving wrong. Watch this documentary instead." No. And I just simply replied, "Hey man, to each their own." And of course, he replies, "Izzy Presley, yeah, when you're talking about your favorite baseball team or where to go on vacation, Vinnie Tortorich is not an expert." Actually, he is. Has no education on diet or nutrition. Actually, he does. You should have a professional on at the same time to explain to the internet vitamin used car salesman. Ooh, wow. He really doesn't like Vinny. Exactly what he's doing to people. Yeah, he's making them lose weight and get rid of diabetes and get off medicine. Yeah, horrible guy. Oh, terrible. This guy who tells people to eat as much dairy as they want. Actually, no, he doesn't. He doesn't. He said you can eat dairy, and if it doesn't make you feel good, then don't. I don't see what's wrong with that. But, you know, yeah, and then like real butter, you know, natural fat, that's good for you. You know, Vinny's all about that. Natural, real fat. And doesn't want them to eat fruits or potatoes because they have carbs in them. Well, yeah, carbs are bad. Fruits are like nature's candy. That's your treat. Potatoes is a starch. Potatoes is a starch, which is a carb, and your body responds to carbs exactly like it responds to sugar. Turns it into fat. Casein, the protein in dairy products, is the most relevant carcinogen scientists have ever discovered. Okay, you said not eat dairy. The processed meat and cheese diet plan that Vinny pimps is not sustainable for human. When did Vinny ever say you have to eat processed meat? I don't get that. This guy is obviously he's a vegan, and vegans have lost their minds. And I simply replied with that my favorite Rodney Dangerfield gif, which is Rodney doing the hey, okay, all right, okay, and his reply is, "Hey, nice comeback. Have fun with your health problems associated with eating bullshit." Yeah, health problems like, I don't know, losing weight and being healthy. I don't know. Yes, Michelle, he does sound like a tofu farting vegan. Dick Chasen in the house. Yes, this dude is as crazy as it sounds. Yeah, Jesus did only eat fish. Yeah, there you go. And, so yeah, pre-order the Vinnie Tortorich documentary. It comes out on the 30th. If you pre-order it on Amazon, it is the hard copy, which is the Blu-ray. And if you pre-order it on iTunes, it is obviously on iTunes. It's on your electronical devices. Well, they didn't have much other meat there, Michelle. Back in that time, I think. I don't know. I wasn't alive then. I couldn't tell you exactly what they were eating. But cow is delicious. Pig is delicious. Chicken is delicious. And it's good for you. So there you go. That's the bottom line. Oh, my God. What else do we got? I had a great meeting yesterday, and it only cost me $100. Actually, it was actually in an inspirational meeting with the one and only Robbie Rist. Yes, Cousin Oliver from the Brady Bunch. Had a meeting with him, like a career coach type meeting, and he's steering me down the correct path. And that correct path does not include getting on a TV show and killing it off within episodes. And he has a great sense of humor about that. That's why I can say that. He thinks it's hilarious. Somebody posted on his timeline, he's like, "You're the only white man to you're the only man to kill an all-white family in broad daylight and get away with it." And it was hilarious. Of course, he's talking about the Brady Bunch because Cousin Oliver killed the Brady Bunch. I had a great meeting with him. It was good. It was cathartic. It was good to hear somebody lead me down the right path as far as entertainment goes. After, of course, I spent the morning at Central Casting in Los Angeles here in Burbank, getting my name in the hat, my picture on file, and that's just for background work and extra work and stuff like that. But, you know, I feel like I got my true Los Angeles citizenship by going through the orientation, and I am now in the database. It's like everybody that moves to L.A. at least once goes through Central Casting orientation. You know, it's better money than driving Lyft because you're not spending money on gas, and you don't have to, you know, deal with people that you want to stab, deal with people eating in your car, and deal with people just being people. You know, if you're not a people person, Lyft isn't the thing. I don't suggest anybody drive Lyft. I am so underwater on my car now. It is insane. All the fucking miles that I've put on, the damage that is on the exterior of the vehicle from doing rideshare. I am way underwater on this thing, and I cannot wait to get out of it, honestly. And I can't wait until the day that I never, ever have to drive Lyft ever again. First half of the show brought to you by Beater Amplification. I love these motherfuckers over at Beater Amplification. Oh my God, they are amazing. Great people, great amps, 100 watts of testicular fortitude in that MK3 is what they are, or MK2. I don't know. It's going to be the Izzy Presley TCB1. That is going to be the signature model, which will be coming out soon. The motherboard is being worked on. The faceplate is done, and I am rather excited. It's getting built, and I am fucking stoked. These things are amazing. 3 channels. And if you're a bass player, they are starting to build bass amps now, too. Unbelievable. Check them out. Beater Amplification. Let's get into this Aerosmith story. Out of I'm not a Lamb fan. Yeah, Alan, it sucks. It sucks, but at least you have a big person's job. I don't suggest Lyft a big person's job. Yeah, I still have to give Robbie that $100. But at least he's actually in the entertainment industry. He was in Sharknado. He does a lot of voices in movies. He's one of the turtles in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies. Robbie's been around, man. He knows what he's doing. But, you know, he's in that unfortunate cycle of being a 70s TV kid. You know, that really hurts him in the long run. But it is what it is. It really is what it is. So let's get into this Aerosmith story. Where is it? This comes from Bring Me the News. Okay, get your goddamn ad off of there. Ugh. Ooh, what your dog is trying to warn you about if they lick their paws. Maybe they need a bath. I don't know. This comes from Bring Me the News. K-Fans Chris Hockey says Aerosmith made a late demand to open up VIP section to all. Hockey described the situation before Friday's Twin Cities Summer Jam show. When I first saw that Tyler was threatening to cancel the show, I thought it was because of the heat, because it was extremely hot out there. But apparently, Steven Tyler demanded that the VIP section be opened up to general admission ticket holders an hour before the band's performance at the Twin Cities Summer Jam before going on stage. The KFAN personality, and I know Chris is a great guy, who organized the festival at Canterbury Park this past weekend, claims he had told by a member of Tyler's entourage shortly before the band's Friday performance to let the wider crowd up front or the front man would not go on stage. Tyler's concern was a VIP sitting at the front of the stage, with the singer saying he wanted general admission ticket holders to be able to come up front. I have a problem with this. I really, really do, because I've seen this happen in real life. I've seen this happen at Halfway Jam, and it was Don Dokken that demanded it. And Don said, "Let these people up here or I'm leaving the stage right now." And he started berating the gal that was working security at the entrance to the VIP area, right up in the front of the stage. And then they eventually let people go just for the Dokken performance. But I have a problem with this, especially because VIP tickets range from $600 to $1,200 for the 3-day festival. And obviously the general admission tickets are a lot cheaper. A lot cheaper. That's why they're general admission and they're not VIP. In the story, it says, as a festival, you make choices about what you're going to do about seating, and because we paid an exorbitant amount of money for Aerosmith to be at this festival, we had to sell some VIP seating in order to make enough money to have a festival, Hockey said. Hockey was obviously behind, or part of this group that put this together. You can't just do general admission to book Aerosmith for the kind of money. Aerosmith is not a cheap band, and it's what do they call economics? Even though they had been there literally all day, an hour before the show, Steven Tyler decided he didn't want VIP seating. He wanted everybody to be able to come up close to the stage. He also goes on to say there were very angry people, and I understand. I had a guy literally trying to fight me. Well, Chris, it's not your fault. It's not anybody. I don't like this. I don't like this because, like I said, VIP is more expensive. Obviously, you're paying for an experience that you're not getting with general admission. And anybody who's ever bought VIP tickets knows that that's how it goes. And this, this is pretty much going to work into the story in the second half of the show with the Live Nation Metallica thing. But to demand that people that didn't pay that price to be up front be allowed to go up front. I just hate this. I really do. So you spend all that money to be in VIP, then all of a sudden, oh yeah, anybody, come on up. Come on up. It's all good. We don't care. It's all good. It's all good. All these people paid a lot more money than you did, but you should be able to come up front too. You know, and that's kind of like where we are as a society. Everybody wants something for free. But you know what? The crowd was fine where they were. The crowd, they get it. They understood. But it's just ridiculous. And apparently, this was Friday night, and on Saturday, the precedent was set with the VIP section opened up for general admission for Tim McGraw and Pitbull. Yay, Pitbull. I don't really give a shit about that. I'd fucking go see Tim McGraw, though, because I love me some country music. That's right. Let's see. Was there an update? No, there was not. This story was posted on... Oh, don't fucking freeze up on me, you sumbitch. Yeah. Dick Chasen says, damn commies. This story was posted on the 22nd. It is now the 25th. And there was no response from Aerosmith on this. I don't like this. I don't. I really don't. And Michelle, you've been on the Monsters of Rock cruise. I don't know if you paid for VIP or not, but there's privileges that come with VIP. And if I spent that money on VIP and they gave those privileges away that I spent money to get to people that did not pay for VIP, I'd be rather perturbed. I'd be rather pissed. And it sets a horrible precedence. And it makes you look like a douche. It really, really does. Don Dokken looked like a complete douche when he was having his hissy fit on stage. At least Tyler did this before the show, an hour before the show. He didn't do it on stage. He didn't pull the, let these people up or I'm leaving the stage, or this show is over. At least he didn't do that. I mean, at least he had enough class to do it backstage. And I get it. You're trying to be the hero. You want as many people up front as possible. But don't. Just don't. It's not fair. And that's what we have to remember, kids. Life is not fair. Anybody that wants anything handed to them, probably a Bernie Sanders supporter. But look, there's one thing that I learned from Robbie in this meeting. And you know what? I'm going to hold on. I got to do something here. System preferences. I'm going to play a clip for you from my favorite TV show. La 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 la. Let's open this up so you guys can hear it. And Bruce is right. Usually those who paid more are your hardcore fans. Well, actually, that's not true, Bruce, because some people that are super hardcore fans, they don't have the money. You know? You're a system preference. Heinz Luke. Fucking Pitbull. All right, let's see. Sound. Come on. I need a new computer. I really, really do. Because when you're trying to do a radio show, a podcast, whatever the fuck you want to call it. There we go. Soundflower 2 channel. All right. And you want to play stuff and you can't just do it. Oh, this is me singing backups with Doro. That was fun. That was from Monsters of Rock Cruise 2017. All right, let's see. Kelso. La 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 la. Work for it. Let's see if we can find this clip. Oh, here we go. You know what? Let's see. All right. Okay, there's that. And, of course, there's an ad, which I am going to mute so you guys don't have to hear it. And it's for Toy Story. All right, here we go. Let's just...
know what to say to Turk next.
I love this show. Bob Kelso, in the door. Scrubs rules.
Sir, the door was open.
I know. I just love doing that.
What now, Grandpa?
You are going to shut your damn yapper and listen for a change because I got you pegged, sweetheart. You want to take the easy way out with this surgery because you're scared. And you're scared because if you try and fail, there's only you to blame. Well, Missy, let me break this down for you Bobo style. Life is scary.
Yes.
Get used to it.
And then it seemed like Dr. Kelso wasn't only talking to her.
There are no magical fixes.
Truth.
It's all up to you.
Well, except for no sugar, no grain.
Get up off your keister. Get out of here and go start doing the work.
There it is.
What if it's too hard?
Yeah, what if it's too hard?
Turkleton, I have no idea why you're chiming in, but I'll say this to both of you. Nothing in this world that's worth having comes easy.
There it is, right there. Get off your keister and go do the work. That's what Robbie pretty much told me. He's like, if you want it, work for it. It's not going to come for free. Work for it. Get off your ass. Get out there. Take acting classes. Take improv class. And practice your fucking guitar. Write jokes and write songs. It's not going to get handed to you. Get out there and work for it. It doesn't come for free. And this, how does that mean? What do you mean, Izzy? What does that have to do with Aerosmith? It has nothing to do with Aerosmith. But the premise is the same. If you want to be in VIP, pay for it. It's that simple. Pay for it. You speak with your pocketbooks. That's entertainment. That's business. Chris Hockey said in the article, in order to be able to afford an act like Aerosmith, there had to be VIP in order to pay them. We had to charge more money to a certain amount of people to generate the revenue to afford a band like Aerosmith. To afford the band Aerosmith. Now, all these people that shelled out all this extra money should be able to stand up there and then have anybody join them? Anybody that paid $60 to their $150 or whatever the fucking the prices were? Which I'm sure they weren't $150, I can tell you that much. I'm sure they were a lot more. But, shit like that has to stop. I get it. It doesn't happen that often. But you know what? If you want to, pay for it. And I wish, you would think Aerosmith would understand that. You would think Steven Tyler would understand that. I mean, I've been at shows. I remember it was Poison and Firehouse and the Damn Yankees. It would have been the Poison tour with Richie Kotzen. On the, what record was that? The Kotzen record. It was Stand on it. I'm having a brain fart. It was them Damn Yankees and Firehouse. And I remember at the end of the show, I think it was the last song. And it was just the last song. Brett goes, fuck it, I want everybody down here. Everybody come down to the main floor. I think we paid $35 for those tickets. Back when you can get tickets for $35. And it was fine because it was the last song. It was the last song. But say you're not going to go, you're not going to play after they paid you this exorbitant amount of money. That's bullshit. That is bullshit. Dick Chasen says, if I were one of those VIP meet and greeters, I'd never buy another ticket after that. I don't blame you. I don't blame you because it is complete bullshit. And I feel for those guys. I really, really do. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a short little break. And we'll come back. We'll get into some radio chatter. And then we will get into the Metallica Live Nation debacle. It is the Izzy Presley Show via another fucking podcast.
Retro Arcade brings Minnesota and surrounding areas arcade games from the days gone by. All of those great games from pizza joints and arcades are available in cocktail units and custom machines. Dozens of favorites from your youth in one machine to complete your game room or man cave. Retro Arcade also sells and services your favorite pinball machines. Find them at facebook.com/80arcade. That's facebook.com/80arcade. Retro Arcade. Your youth is just one click away.
Rockwood Saloon Authentic Apparel takes rock and roll fashion to a new level with their tees and tanks for men and women. They also make custom shirts, jackets, vests, pants, hoodies, beanies, and more. The Rockwood Graphics Department can design anything from your logo, t-shirt design, promo posters, band swag, and printed at great prices. From tour shirts and custom stage gear to killer threads for the street to the stage, Rockwood Saloon has it all. Rockwood Saloon, authentic rock and roll apparel for stage and street. World tour tested for quality, comfort, style, and durability. Check them out at www.rockwoodsaloon.com. That's rockwoodsaloon.com.
If you need to promote your band or business, or just want to stylize, personalize, or customize your ride, check out vid-decals.com. Want to create and customize your own stickers representing your band, or make your own bumper sticker? Vid Decals can do it. All stickers are printed on quality vinyl and can be placed on any flat surface. Stickers are an affordable way to promote your band or business. Go to vid-decals.com to get started. That's vid-decals.com. vid-decals.com.
Hey, what's happening? This is Tracy Morgan. I'm a black dude. You listen to one of my favorite white people. It's Izzy Presley on another effing podcast. It's Izzy Presley on another fucking podcast.
Oh.
I just spoke with a lisp. That's crazy.
Yeah, Heinz Luke, I figured that was you. I figured that was you. I had a hunch. They'd catch him with that bad fucking back. Ow! Our back. Get it? Call you an hour. Back. Our back. Hour. Get it? Our back. All right. I haven't gone off on a radio diatribe in a while. And listening to Eddie yesterday, and I haven't listened to his show today. I listen to Eddie Trunk every single day. I'm an Eddie Trunk guy. I think he's the best thing on radio when it comes to hard rock and metal. He's the one flying the flag for us, flying the flag for what we love. And somebody called in with the question, was like, why isn't there a station on XM, where they're playing new music from these in-between bands and, bands that we love from the day that put out this great new music? And he's like, honestly, I don't know. And and that's probably the correct answer. Eddie wouldn't lie. Eddie wouldn't lie on the air. Obviously, you just can't add a station, and Eddie talked about this because of the bandwidth and yada, yada, yada. You'd have to get rid of something else, blah, 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 blah. But this is the thing, and this is the thing that I hate about radio, especially corporate radio. And SiriusXM is corporate. They are... They're just like what you're getting with your Clear Channel stations and stuff like that, except, Clear Channel or iHeartRadio or iHeartMedia, whatever the fuck they're called now, own stations all over the country, and they dissolve them and make them shitty. And that's what happened to radio. That's why radio sucks. They listen to consultants. They have one program director that is not in the station, that is programming the station from like Atlanta. Some, whatever station in Sheboygan that's an iHeart station is getting programmed by somebody in Atlanta. They don't listen to what's going on locally. They don't listen to anything. They also don't have good jocks anymore because they have to pay jocks. There's a great documentary called Corporate FM. If you want to understand all of this background on how corporate radio killed, strangled, destroyed radio and made it shitty like it is today. But a lot of things that happen in corporate radio is happening on Sirius XM. And here's an example. You put on your favorite classic rock station. And I'm talking classic rock like true classic rock, not classic rock that plays fucking Pearl Jam and Nirvana. That's not fucking classic rock. That's 90s rock. It's another thing I hate. I hate that they split them up. They hate that they lump it all together, 70s, 80s, and 90s as all classic rock. 80s rock is 80s rock, and I refuse to say hair metal. Somebody said, oh, man, I love this hair metal you're playing last night. And I'm like, oh, I didn't say anything, so I don't want to be that guy. But I'm only that guy when somebody says, dude, I love the Rainbow Room. Yeah, it's the Rainbow Bar and Grill. The Rainbow Room is in New York, and it's a very expensive steakhouse. Big difference. Okay? Good talk. So that's the only time that I get pissed. Hey, shit, another home run. Can we raise the mounds in Major League Baseball? The Twins are just hitting home runs left and right. If you watch the Twins series against the Yankees this weekend, it was like slow pitch bar league softball. 14-12, 11-9. Stop. There's important things to be said about pitching and defense. It is now 7-1 in Chicago, and it is the top of the fifth. It's fucking ridiculous. I mean, I love that the Twins are winning. But anyways, if you listen to one of your classic rock stations, ones that play Zeppelin and the Eagles and Skynyrd, and what you're hearing is the exact same fucking songs over and over and over. You hear the same 3 Zeppelin songs, you hear the same 3 Skynyrd songs, you hear the same 3 Eagle songs. And that's all it is. And if you listen to Hair Nation, which I love, don't get me wrong, and I got nothing against anybody on that station. I love Reverend Luke. Okay, him and Eddie, those are the ones that I love. Everybody else sucks. Yeah, I said it. Whatever. But it's the same thing. It's the same fucking songs over and over and over. And the same bands. And I get it. It's an 80s rock station called Hair Nation. So those are the bands you're going to play. But it's the same songs. And there's a lot of bands that get ignored. Every once in a while you hear an XYZ song. Yada, yada, yada. And this is the exact same thing that I was running into when I was on Monsters of Rock Radio. Which has no affiliation with the Monsters of Rock cruise, by the way. No affiliation on the Dash Radio Network. When I was doing mornings on there, I was fighting. I was fighting and fighting and fighting, trying to get new music from these bands that we love on there. But the man in charge, the same mentality as program directors who listen to consultants. And consultants, all they are failed program directors. You listen to consultants, and then everything sounds the same. When I was on Rockin' 101, doing afternoon drive on Rockin' 101, my boss walked in and goes, the consultants think you should be using a track behind you, a music bed behind you. And I go, fuck that. It's a crutch. I cannot stand listening to radio stations that make their jocks use music beds. It is ridiculous. It is fucking terrible. It is a crutch. It sounds horrible. Let the jock be a jock, but that's the problem. They don't let jocks be jocks anymore. They're not picking the music anymore. That hasn't happened in years. And now they're not even hardly able to entertain you. Anybody listen to Hair Nation. Listen to when their jocks come on. Time it. They'll be talking less than a minute. Luke is pretty entertaining for what he does in that less than a minute. I mean, Luke is Luke. Luke's got the gift. I told him this when I was on my show, and I've been telling this forever. I would love to hear him in a longer form thing where he could actually expand and do what he does. But, that's not the format. But unfortunately, that's not the format in any radio other than talk radio. That's why I love my old station, Rockin' 101. You listen to their morning show, which you can get on Twitch, and listen to it live on Twitch. This is a rock station. This is a rock station that has a 4-hour morning show that is all talk and no music. Bruce, the name Monsters of Rock is owned by the person that licenses it out. That's how it works. But anyways, yeah, and Dick Chasen's checking in. My local rock station has a female DJ from New York telling us the latest on Cosmo Magazine from Kim Kardashian, and what the fuck is that bullshit about? Download the Twitch app and follow the Steel Toe Morning Show. Then you will get a real morning show. That is what morning radio should be. It's a comedy show. They do talk about a lot of local Minnesota stuff, but it's great. It's funny. It makes you think. Yada yada yada. Yada yada yada. So when I was fighting, and it was a constant fight to get new music from these bands that we love, that we play their old music. So obviously their fans are listening to us. And this rolls into the whole, well, why is nobody buying fucking music? Well, there's no outlet for them to hear the music on. Rock fans in general play music or buy music. Rock fans buy music. But if they don't know it's out, other than a flash in the pan hey, this is coming out, then all of a sudden it's gone. Gimmick. You're not hearing it on the radio. You're not hearing it on Hair Nation. You're not hearing it on the Monsters of Rock radio channel on the Dash Radio Network. I got, I was able to get the new Kotzen on there. I did a show on there where I played the best of 2018, and I forgot a couple things. But, I was playing the new Priest. I played the new Kotzen. I played the new Enough's Enough. I played the new Tora Tora. That album is phenomenal. Go out and buy that. You're not going to hear the new Roxy Blue on Hair Nation. No fucking way. I doubt they're going to play it on the Monsters of Rock. They should be. They should be, because it's really, really good. The new Every Mother's Nightmare. They should be playing that, but they won't, because they're just going to play the same goddamn song. Because it's easy. They don't have to worry about it. They don't have to worry if people are going to like it or not. Well, it's all about advertising money. Well, there is no advertising money. Do something. Do something. No. So that's why you don't hear it. And that's unfortunate. And that sucks. And that's one of the things that I hate about radio. I'm excited KLOS out here in Los Angeles is no longer a corporate station. It is now locally owned and locally operated. I haven't listened to it yet because I haven't turned on KLOS maybe once or twice. When somebody I knew was going to be on the Sunday night show. So I don't know if it's different. I turned it off when they had their Pour Some 80s on Me weekend. Anybody that would approve that tagline needs to be fired. Right. Pour some 80s on me. This weekend this year for Memorial Day, they did I want to rock and roll all night and party every Memorial Day or something like that. It was just terrible. Just terrible. I stopped listening to much Struts. Well, we'll just change the station when the Struts are on. You don't like the Struts? You don't like Struts? You're not going to like everything you hear on the radio, Bruce. I mean, it's kind of how music is. You don't like it, you don't like it. You're going to change the station. But, I mean, like for instance, all the new Hailstorm. You hearing that on the radio? I don't know. I don't listen to the fucking radio. All I listen to is podcasts and Eddie Trunk and Hair Nation and classic country and Elvis. That's what I listen to. And if I get a new record, I'll play it on my phone. But here's another sign that people aren't buying records. Eddie had Godsmack on. They've had 3 number 1 rock hits off this album. 3 number 1 rock hits on the rock charts. If people were still buying records, that'd be a triple platinum record, and you would not be able to go anywhere without seeing it, or hearing about it. But people don't buy music anymore. That's the sad, sad fact of it. And that is something that rolls into this Live Nation Ticketmaster Metallica thing. People wonder why tickets are getting so goddamn expensive. That's the exact reason why. Because the music industry is upside down. The music industry is fucked. Nobody buys albums anymore. Nobody. I mean, we can raise our flag. Oh, I buy records all the time. But when you have the number 1 record in the country and it sold 163,000 copies, Ed Sheeran, the number 1 album, sold 163,000 copies. That's it. That's all. Hell, when Ace Frehley's last record came out, I think he broke the top 20 with like 20,000 copies. And then boom, it's gone. It's the first week, first 2 weeks, everybody buys it, everybody's excited about it, and then it goes away. Why? Because there's no fucking radio stations that play that goddamn music. No radio stations to remind them that, hey, this new Ace Frehley record is out. You should get it. To play the single over and over, to get people to remember it, to get people to go buy it. I'm going to give you a good example. I've told this story before. The new LA Guns record came out when I was on Rockin' 101. The single was "You Better Not Love Me," and I fucking loved that song. And we actually played that song. Our program director liked it. We are a locally run, locally owned, locally operated station. We could do whatever the fuck we wanted. So, LA Guns was coming to the red carpet, and me, thinking like radio guy used to think like. I would play the song. Every time I got LA Guns in my shift. I would at least put that song in to promote the show because it is a new song that is on the new record for the band that is coming through our town promoting that record. I got told, stop. Lay off of it. Don't. But that's not how it works anymore. But we're promoting the show. It doesn't matter. But we're the station. We're on the... It doesn't matter. It's our show. It doesn't matter. What happened when I went to that show? When they played "You Better Not Love Me," every fucking person in that room knew the song. And they sold a ton of records that night. They sold a ton of CDs that night. Huh. Interesting concept. Play the songs. People get to know the songs. Then they want to own it. Because they like the songs. They want to hear what's on the rest of the record. That's, it's business. But radio doesn't get it. Radio doesn't understand. Radio just wants mundane, same old, because that's what keeps advertisers happy. It's all about advertising. And it's all about not taking a chance. Dick Chasen says, "You're getting me pissed about the situation all over and over again. If I win the lottery, I'll start my own station." Now, you better have people that know how to run a radio station. 'Cause it's not easy. It is not easy. So this turns into this station, the story that I was talking about. The story that I promoted, Live Nation. Live Nation executive caught delivering thousands of Metallica tickets directly to scalper sites. Hold on, I need a sip of sparkling water. I'm getting all worked up and getting a little dry. That's what she said. Live Nation president of U.S. Concerts, Bob Rue, arranged for the direct delivery of nearly 90,000 Metallica tickets to aftermarket scalper sites. A move that artificially spiked tickets for fans. Well, of course it is. Of course that's what's going to do. Live Nation is already doing damage control on this one, though it is the second time the company and its Ticketmaster subsidiary have been caught directly placing tickets onto scalper websites. Apparently this happened with Metallica before in Minneapolis. Minneapolis, it happened, ironically. The latest episode, Live Nation president of U.S. Concerts, Bob Rue, was secretly recording while facilitating the direct transfer of roughly 88,000 Metallica tickets to aftermarket sites, according to Billboard, which obtained the secret recording. The direct transfer was arranged at the behest of Metallica itself, which stood to benefit enormously from the elevated ticket prices, as did Ticketmaster. Well, what they don't say in this article is they ended up losing money because they got stuck with a bunch of shitty seats too. The loser in this game were Metallica fans who ended up paying sharp premiums for tickets that weren't available on primary ticketing channels. Now, my thoughts on this. Yes, it's horrible. Yes, it sucks. Yes, this should not happen. Ticket prices are through the roof already. But I understand Metallica wanting to be involved in this because it is going to happen regardless. That's the way the system is set up. Scalping is not illegal anymore. And let's be honest. StubHub, all the aftermarket sites, it's scalping. It's legalized scalping. That is all it is. And until they take care of that, until they make it illegal, which they won't, this is going to happen over and over again. Ticket prices are through the roof. Why are ticket prices through the roof? Because nobody buys fucking records anymore. Again, let's go back to it. The number one album on the Billboard charts is Ed Sheeran for selling 163,000 records. That includes downloads. Everybody's listening to music on Spotify. Don't. Everybody's listening to music on YouTube. I do it every once in a while. I pay for Apple Music. I pay $10 a month for Apple Music because they actually pay their performers a lot more than Spotify, Pandora, and Amazon do. Spotify is actually suing, they're countersuing over a decision that said you guys need to pay the artist more. There's something you need to know about Spotify. That's why I refuse to use Spotify. These motherfuckers are making a shit ton of money, and yet they don't want to pay the artist what they deserve. The artists are the ones that are making them that fucking money. So the artists need to make money. What do? They fucking tour. They tour a lot. And to make money on the road, you have to have expensive ticket prices. See, it used to be different. Record companies used to make money off album sales and be able to put money up to take these bands out on the road. It's not that way anymore. Record labels aren't spending money to send bands on the road to promote the record, to sell some records anymore. It's not happening. That's what touring was about. Now, you put out the album to promote the tour. Records are business cards now. Records are advertisements now. You put your sweat and tears and time and money and effort into recording something that everybody wants for free. So you go on the road. You got to make some money. Yes, Metallica is an extreme example because Metallica sells out stadiums. Metallica makes a shit ton of money on the road. But if these tickets are going to get bought up by StubHub to resell at higher prices, I don't blame them one bit for wanting a fucking piece of that. Why should StubHub make all that extra money off of a Metallica ticket that Metallica gets no fucking cut of? It's bullshit. I don't blame them. Is it right? No. Is it greed? Yes. My buddy Robert is the one that, he asked me about this, and I chimed in. And I get it. I can't afford to go see my favorite band of all time on their farewell tour. On the last tour, the end of the road tour, Kiss is coming through again. And I'm sure they will one more time after this. I can't afford to go. I'm a broke-ass musician. I'm a broke-ass podcaster. I'm a broke-ass fucking comedian, actor. It's another thing I learned from Robbie. I'm not a Lyft driver. That's what I do to survive. I'm an entertainer. So I don't blame Metallica for wanting to get a piece of this whatsoever. Is it right? No, it sucks. But we created this. It's our fault. You can blame Napster all you want, but we used it, didn't we? I did. But I used it correctly. I downloaded shit you couldn't find. I downloaded like live shit that you couldn't find. I downloaded out of print stuff you couldn't find. And if I I downloaded something that I wanted that I could buy, I'd go buy it. It's no different than, making a fucking cassette for somebody or burning a CD for somebody. But it was at such a level that it destroyed the music industry. Because now everybody wants everything for free. Give me your CD. That's awesome. Can I have a shirt too? Motherfuckers, how are we supposed to make money? Look, it's a business. And I hate to sound like Eddie Trunk, but it is the music business. We gotta make money somehow. I have t-shirts available on this show. I don't sell any. I don't have stock of them. I don't have them in the house. They're printed as they're sold. Which reminds me, I need to come up with about 40 new ones because Mark from Chicago will buy every single one. Then I can say I sold 40 more shirts. I've been sitting on a stack of t-shirts from last year's Monsters of Rock cruise. I've sold maybe 10 of what I had left. I've probably got about 10 left, 15 left maybe. People don't buy them. People want them. And I'm at that point now where I'm going to start handing them out. Hand them out as presents. Because I don't want to get stuck with them. I have given them out as presents, as birthday presents. Because I'm poor and can't afford to buy people t-shirts or buy people presents. But yes, this sucks. What Live Nation is doing sucks. What Ticketmaster is doing sucks. And look, this has a direct... look. Live Nation Ticketmaster is obviously a monopoly. Nobody else is promoting shows like they do on this level. I think there's, AEG, maybe one other one. But they still take it through Ticketmaster. Ticketmaster is the biggest fucking monopoly there is. Ticketmaster sets the prices. Ticketmaster puts on all the ridiculous fees. And Eddie said it best. It's airplane pricing. The best way to do it now, unless you know you really, 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 really want a specific seat and really want to go, is to wait till a couple days before the show when they have to start getting rid of the tickets, when the prices drop. That's the way to do it. That's how I saw Motley Crue on their final show ever. Stevie Rochelle called me. He's like, hey, I see you didn't see Motley Crue on this tour. I didn't either. You want to go? I'm like, Stevie, I can't. I got to work. It's New Year's Eve. Let's go. I'm like, Stevie, I can't. I don't have... He's like, no. I'll get the tickets. We're going to go. Stevie bought our tickets. Paid $30 a piece for them. For the very final Motley Crue show ever. Yeah, we were up a level, but we were right by the stage. That's what it is. That's how the business works now, and it sucks. The only way to stop it is to do hard tickets only, and nobody's going to do that anymore. Everybody waxes nostalgic about waiting out in line for albums and for tickets. Dude, we slept out in front of the Forum. We slept out in front of the Met Center for 3 days to get these Kiss tickets. It's not like that anymore. It's all on your fucking phone. Everything is on your phone. That's like another reason people don't buy records anymore. Anything you want to hear. And another reason why entertainment is essential in radio. Because anything you want to hear at any time is at your fingertips in the palm of your hand. Why give people entertainment, or why it's all about entertainment. But they don't understand that. They just want to play the same shit over and over and over. Your tickets, you can go on your phone right now and buy a ticket for any show in the world. Any show in the world, you can go on your phone and buy it. It's all there. Anything you want to listen to, it's there. So that's why tickets are the way they were. Hell, the most I ever paid for a ticket was $95 a piece for the Eagles. Hell Froze Over tour. Hey, look, another home run by the Twins. Fucking softball at its best. Raise the fucking mounds. It's ridiculous. Let's get to some feedback. Bruce says, I check the day of the show when Live Nation releases all their unsold tip-off blocks of... Yeah. That's the way to do it. You listen. You wait till the day of the show. Hines says, so my Uncle Ole Anderson, up in Minneapolis, just called me the other day and told me that he was listening to the news about Live Nation scandal, and it dawned on him. His property on the border of Canada and Minnesota is about to be taken over by Canada. I said, oh, geez, that's bad news. He said, no, wait, it's great news. I don't know if I could spend another winter in Minnesota. So we listened to Kiss record on vinyl, and we both felt better about it. I love that. Nobody wants to work for anything anymore. How about them Twins? Yeah, Heine, I was just saying this. It's 9-2 now. It's a great softball game down in up in Chicago. Raise the mounds. You know what annoyed me the most about that fucking last homestand? 7 home games. Not once did the Twins wear home whites. Not once. That annoyed the hell out of me. But yes, that is a great joke. That is great news. I don't know if I could spend another winter in Minnesota. Spend it in Canada. I like it. That's a good joke. That's a good joke. Speaking of being broke, second half of the show brought to you by A&P Productions Laser Engraving Division. They're so good, they can even laser engrave a fucking hot dog bun. They can do your sidearm. They can do whatever. They are amazing. Check them out. A&P Productions Laser Engraving Division. Find them on Facebook to get to their website. And, of course, John Palumbo Design. We love us some John Palumbo here at the podcast. Need something designed? Hit up John Palumbo. Need a website? Need band merch? Opening a business? Need a logo? Hit up John Palumbo over at johnpalumbodesign.com. All right, I have to go out and attempt to try to make money by driving people around that I don't want to see and forcing them to listen to Eddie Trunk. That's my new one. I make them listen to Eddie Trunk. It's awesome. I enjoy it. I loved it. I love it. Go to the website, click on the link, and read it, and then listen to my rant again and see if you get it. But, I could be wrong. That's just my opinion. Like I said, I don't think it's right, but it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it other than to stop buying tickets and start buying records. I don't know. Thank you, Dick Chasen. I appreciate that. Says good luck and another great show. Let me hit the outro music. Everybody have a great weekend. I have to go out and try to make money. Car payment from this month is still due. Rent is coming up. If you're going to be in LA at all, Wednesday night, Soundcheck Live. Lucky Strike Live. My buddy Travis Bomber from Minneapolis is coming down for the show. Rather excited about that. Haven't announced the performers yet, but it's going to be good. If you're going to be up in Canada, the end of August, middle end of August, I'll be hosting the Killer Dwarfs Golf Tournament. Rather excited about that. So that's it, man. It is what it is. Ha! Heinz Luck. Great show. First time listener, first time caller. Hey, last time, first time. Rack 'em. Everybody have a great weekend. We'll be back on Monday. Hopefully I should be able to announce who the guest is going to be on Tuesday for the Another Effing Podcast. We'll get there. We will get there. I do love you all, and don't forget, what I lack in talent, I make up for in cock. Please support the sponsors. This has been the Izzy Presley Show on another fucking podcast.